guys. So today we're gonna be doing something a bit different. I have a very low training at ROP 6 and 7, and my first ever coach is here today, and we're gonna do some chatting together, sort of an interview-ish, and then we're gonna combine it with my training, just like few sets for my training, and yeah, today's gonna be exciting. So today's fit check is a bit different because I'm wearing literally everything silent worker. The hoodie, the t-shirt, these pants, these cargo pants. These are cargo pants and they're a little less thicker than the other ones. They have the same pocket on the sides, they're similar, but completely love them. My socks are also from silent worker. And the pants I'm going to be training in under this one is also from silence worker. So I'm literally just walking around. I'm a walking silence worker. But so yes, guys, this hoodie too is like they all have this amazing design on the back, and they also like have the design on the front. The t-shirt underneath is a competition silent worker t-shirt, and apart from my underwear and my sport bra, everything else is silent worker. Let's go. Oh shit, I hate it. I don't like this rack at all. Like, look at it. You just always feel so unsafe. I always come with the safety. For me, it makes the rack feels more stable. For that one, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But for this one, for me, it makes the rack feel more stable. It doesn't move that much with the safety. It's a little bit more weight on the back.
I get it.
Yeah, I hate how wonky they are. Oh. Guys, this is my first coach, my first ever powerlifting coach, Kathleen Company.
Oh, hi.
Do I say that right? Company,
Yes,
right?
you said it perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So today I'm just going to be asking her a few questions, about the journey in general, and then we're going to mix that together with the training. So yes, I can let her introduce herself for you guys.
Hi, I'm Kathleen. I'm a powerlifting coach as well as a dietitian.
Yes.
I'm an active athlete at the moment. I compete as a M1, mostly in equipped. I only train raw, so I don't know why I said mostly, because I only compete equipped.
But you do raw sometimes for fun.
I do raw sometimes, that's true. And I'm Sunita's first coach.
The first question I wanted to ask her, and I've been dying to ask her, it was, what was your first impression of me when you first saw me?
Well, you know that. You were very, very shy. You were extremely shy. You had no clue what powerlifting was. You had no clue what you were doing. You never heard of any technique, but you were insanely strong. So, yeah.
Day one.
That was the first impression was like, yeah, she's shy, but she's a diamond in the rough.
Oh, that's really
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, look at her shine right now. So
I'm blushing, really. My cheeks are like getting a bit warmer.
Yeah.
Up. Easy. Come on. Up. Come on. Up. Let's go. Come on. Up. One more. Come on. Up.
Oh my.
You okay? B. I have 4 or 5 sets today, so I'll choose after this one. I did a more of ascending set, 230. I started with 220, but I didn't press record, so 220, 230, 240. Now we're doing 250. No. I'm so used to just training and nobody judging me from the side. I'm done. I don't like ascending sets. No. Okay guys, so we're done squatting. We're gonna start benching and I'm hoping that my elbows are holding up like last session. So let's get into it and see how it goes. Hey. Thank you too. I don't know. 5. Normally 5.
I hate it when people do that.
So my next question is gonna be like, looking at me now, and from when you first saw me, how do you feel about that?
I'm extremely proud of you, but I knew you had it in you. I couldn't predict that you would squat like over 300. We were looking at deadlift first. Remember that? Like you're gonna be the first woman to deadlift 300, which is still possible though. But I knew you had it in you, but I think no one could predict that you would squat the way you squat today. So, and we're not done yet. So I always feel like, you know, I put that song "You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet" on videos I posted of you, and that's still the feeling I have. We ain't seen nothing yet. So.
That's so sweet. I just remember that when the first time I saw you, and even though I was very, very shy, but I remember leaving your place thinking like I was ready. Like that I was not even lifting yet though, and I just remember like because you believed in me so much from the very, very start, and that's something that has like really been with me since day one, and that's something that I've also carried along. That's why each time if I make any podcast, I always talk about the first time that I left your gym that day. It was like I felt like
that's what I felt back then too. I saw what you could do with zero technique, what you had in you. Like I said, diamond in the rough. What you could lift without technique was insane.
Thank you.
I knew if you polished your technique, you would become so strong, and that's what we've been seeing these past 2 years.
Yeah,
so
because
it's wild.
Yeah, before I came to you, it was literally I knew that I just heard about powerlifting. It was ending 2019, and I just heard about powerlifting because I wanted to stay healthy. That was my goal.
Yeah.
And I remember I always like, I don't want to bench press that much because I don't want like big shoulders.
I know. You didn't want to bench over 70 kilos or whatever it was.
And you were like, no, it doesn't happen like that. You get strong, but it's not going to happen overnight. It was just something that was with me as well. And because I had like so much broad shoulders, I just was scared of getting them bigger.
Well, and speaking of which, I'm also happy you eventually embraced being heavier than 84, because that was what was holding you back in the beginning.
Yes.
And you were too stubborn to let go. But as soon as you did, You saw how strong you were.
I became.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like because I did so much work losing that weight before I started with you. I had done so much running and so much cardio, and I was so strict on myself for a long time that I didn't want to let go. I mean, that was like where I wanted to be at the body weight, and I still wanted to even lose weight again. But it's just I just came to realize how hard it was trying so hard and having to do all of the things that I was doing just to fit.
You were holding yourself back at the time. And I remember that you squatted like 200 kilos when you were very strict with your diet.
Yeah.
So as soon as you let that go and gained only a couple of kilos,
that was
then is when you skyrocketed. So I was very glad to see that happen.
Oh, sweet. That's sweet. I mean, it wasn't easy, you know, it wasn't easy. Like, I seen myself gaining back all the kilos that I did so much to lose. It wasn't easy, but I know that one thing that I tend to look forward to is how strong I was becoming, and unless on how I was looking in the mirror or how much weight I was gaining. And because before it was always like something wrong, you know, no matter how lean I was, I still wanted to improve on this, I still wanted to improve on that.
Well, I'm a dietitian, so I see it every day. People think I need to lose a certain amount of kilos and then I'll be happy. Well, it doesn't happen. Well, but I'm glad I did that. I'm really glad I did that too as well. How did you feel the first time you saw me squat 300 kilos? Before, because you always know that I was gonna deadlift 300 kilos first. So what was it like when I squatted 300 first? How did you? I mean, what did you feel about that? What did you think about that? By the time you did the 300 kilos, that was already something we knew that was gonna happen. So it wasn't really a surprise, but it's still I remember it. We were with a group watching at home because obviously I wasn't there last year. But it gave me the chills. It was like, damn, this is history.
Yeah.
This is really history. It's insane. You squat more than a lot of guys do.
It's like it got to a certain point where people were talking about it 300 kilos so much that I felt like the internet wanted it more than I did. But it's always, I'm always the kind of person where when people believe in me, some people can see it as pressure, you know, they're being pressure. I'm that kind of person. If I feel like you're expecting this of me because you see the potentials, that's how I see it.
Yeah.
So, and then that gives me like a lot of motivation to push for it. But before I did that 300 kilos, the internet was annoying me. If I post 290, which was a PR, they go load 300 already. I post 295, which was a PR, they go load 300 already. I'm like, wait, give me a minute.
Right, yeah.
I'm still supposed to enjoy the little progress that I'm making. But I didn't feel like no pressure at all to do it. I just really feel like excited and high because each time people say that, I'm like, yeah, people believe that I can do this stuff. So, and that is what it always takes for me to be like.
Right, but it all starts with believing that you can do it.
And that started with you. Literally, I'm serious. Not many people believe that was my start. Because they're like, how can she start with 140 kilos deadlift as a very, very, very first deadlift?
Right.
But literally, if you watch the video, you'll see like I literally did I'm like asking like, this is how I'm supposed to do it because I really did not know how to deadlift.
That was insane. I never do that again. Like turn around with 140 kilos in your hands asking, is this right?
Is this right? Because I really didn't know. And I remember when I posted like my first ever, the 120 that I showed you when I came to you, and people were like, that's not possible. She had knee sleeves on. I was walking a rogue before, you know, I was like walking in rogue, and those knee sleeves were from rogue. And I had like a waist trainer on, and people thought it was a belt, but that's a waist trainer from when I was losing weight, you know. When you're losing weight, you want your waist to be
tiny.
Tiny. So I had like this waist trainer on, and it was like so big.
Now you want a strong waist. You want a core strength.
So that was like the reason why I had this, but literally this was like my very, very first lift, and this is where I am now. Oh, that's feeling really good. I was feeling like very, very better. Because before, by this weight, I'm struggling with the elbow. Right? At the World Championship, Kathleen was one of the people that handled me at the World Championship together with Christoph. And that was the first time I became the world champion. Look, this is the first time I'm going to talk to her about how she felt handling me at the World Championship, because we haven't talked about that before.
Right.
So we're just going to talk about how she felt being there and handling me to become a World Championship, which I think that's something that she believed since day one that I was going to become. And she saw the potentials, and she was there to help me become the World Champion for the first time.
First of all, it was an honor to be there, but it all felt really natural because I know you're lifting from the beginning.
Yeah.
I know what you're capable of. I know when I see you squat, and it might seem a little difficult for an outstander.
Yeah.
I kind of know how much you still have in you, and together with Christophe, it was pretty easy for the attempt selection. We had a plan, we knew what to do.
Yeah.
And I think we executed perfectly. Well, you lifted, obviously.
But it takes a great team to build a big world champion.
We did a great job, and I was honored to be there and be part of it. I enjoyed it. So, yeah. Thank you for that.
This is sweet. That is like really, I really did appreciate that you were there, because someone had built out on me last minute, and I'm really lucky that I had asked you before we got there. And yeah, it was just a moment, and I'm happy that I was able to share it with you, being the very first person that had believed in me. I remember I told him when I was asking him, because we had seen the possibility of becoming a world champion, and I was like, yeah, it's always better to handle me than the person that introduced me into the sport, to become like the world champion. And so it was really a moment where I'm really happy that you were there too.
Well, the stars aligned on the day,
and woof, she was there.
Happened the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also very happy the way the competition went. Super, super happy with that. And I was satisfied. I mean, I wasn't satisfied. This is a sport you can never be satisfied. You're always hungry for more.
I get it.
But I was very, very pleased how the performance went. That's one of the first time I went 9 for 9 on an international competition.
9 for 9, and you crushed the world record total. So yeah.
And so it has been a journey, and even though we stopped working together, I've always had a mad respect for you. I've always hold you close. You know that, because I'm not the kind of person that forgets easy or don't give respect where it's due. And I think that you deserve that. And
thank you.
She is a strict judge.
I am a what?
A referee, a strict referee.
Everyone hates me as a referee.
I am one of those that don't. That's because I appreciate that, because of how strict she was on me, I have never had to fill a squat on depth.
True.
Yeah. So
on the platform.
No. Okay, one time in Belgium. But that is like one time in 5 years. That's one time I failed a squat on depth in 5 years. And because in general I was just participating in that competition, I wasn't really competing anyways. It was just like I had done that squat already in the gym. Let me see how it moves in competition, because I was hoping it was going to be my opener at the World Championship in 2023. So that was like really not a big deal for me. But that has like really, because of how strict you were, I have always held myself to those standards. And that is why I'm able to go 3 on 3 for squat majority of the time. So I'm very happy that that's
strong
actually the
believer
case.
that you have to train according to the standards. I know we don't always do it.
Of course.
I don't always squat to depth. You don't always squat to depth. No one does. But on the platform, it needs to be perfect. It doesn't matter if you squat high.
So that is like something people should take from it. Like the fact that you coached me, and I've never actually barely ever filled a squat on depth.
Good.
That says a lot about the fact that you're holding people to the rules and the standards, and that should be okay. People shouldn't be annoyed about that, but people are people. You can never tell why people.
You shouldn't be worried about who you're gonna get as a referee.
Because I prefer that you're strict on me here, and I get red light, and I know that I have to work on it, than be lenient on me here, and then I go to international competition and I get red lighted. I paid money sorry to travel to the international competition. It's gonna sting more than having red light in Belgium. So that is actually good. So I am 2 weeks out of Sheffield, and Kathleen is going to be working with me and Christophe for Sheffield. And So I'm gonna ask her, because people are constantly asking me if I'm nervous. Are you nervous?
I know. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you yes, but no, I'm not nervous now. I might be when we get there, but usually I'm pretty calm in the warm-up room.
I think that makes you a good
used
a good
to
good handler.
A handler at a pretty high level.
Yeah, you have handled a lot.
Games.
You have handled a lot, so should be natural.
Yes, it actually comes really natural to me to handle people in competition. I love doing it, so yeah, I love being in warm-up rooms. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. I think the whole this year we're going to be working together. For I don't know about Euros. I don't think you're going to be at Euros, but Euros is not that important for me anyways. It's
if I'm there to be a referee, I'm there for your competition.
Yeah.
So
well, Euros is important to win, but it's not a difficult competition. That's what I mean. Not that it's not important, but it's not a difficult competition for me.
Yeah.
So last year, Christoph handled me on his own.
Right.
So it was last year.
It's a good training session.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
And then the next step is going to be the world championships, which is like literally 8 weeks out of the world games.
But since it's in Germany,
so it's going to be a busy week for. It's going to be a busy year for us because if you see me, you see her. If you see her, you see me. Yeah. So I'm really excited and I'm looking forward to it. Those are the competitions that are still to come. So I really cannot ask much on we still have to experience it. It's going to be my first time at the World Games, and I'm super excited, but also very scared. Not like in a sense I cannot win it, but it's like completely a continent that I have never traveled to.
It can be a little bit intimidating because like when I went to the World Games last time with Jeroen, I didn't really know what to expect. So, and it is really intimidating because it's a huge stage.
Yeah.
The warm-up room is completely different than what you're used to.
Yeah.
Everyone gets their own platform. You have
that
your name on the platform.
Sign me up.
So, but it was actually quite an experience. The thing what worries me a little bit is that like last edition was only equipped with 12 lifters, and it was brutal.
Oh shit.
So 12 lifters, 20-minute breaks. So it's really fast, but now since it's classic and equipped, it's only 8 lifters. So, well, I'm not really worried, especially since you're doing classic, and I know you can handle a high-paced competition.
I'm competing in prime time, and they're all 8 athletes.
In general, I don't really know what to expect with this edition with only 8 lifters.
8 lifters.
Yeah.
And I mean, that also has to come now. I'm happy it's going to be indoors, so the climate is going to be controlled.
Yeah. Well, but I hope so. Because it's gonna be hot and humid. That's what.
Yeah, but I mean, the days heading into it, I have no idea how I'm gonna react. To it and everything. Yeah. So, we'll just have to wait and see. Because first times, you don't know what to expect in general. So it's like really completely. That's like gonna be the furthest competition I've done. We can
prepare the best way we can.
Yeah.
And
prepare for the worst and expect the best.
Exactly.
I'm gonna carry so much food with me. Snacks. Unfortunately, I cannot take ice cream.
You cannot bring ice cream, unfortunately. But I would advise to bring your own food, though, especially for before the competition. And in the athletes' village, I assume that you can eat like regular food, like rice and chicken or whatever. But I would prepare for whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ik ga het zo gedaan, dus ik heb mijn vroeger in de zijde van de kant en ik wou er iets van maken, dus dat is daar achter de was van hoofd.
That was a very long pause.
I've been doing that a bit on some lift, like on
I do that in my head, and then I look at the video, and it was touch and go.
So unfortunately, guys, the mic disconnected. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So this part was a 17 to 18 minute chat session. But unfortunately, you guys couldn't hear any of that, and I can never remember what we were talking about. I know I did ask, what does she think if I'm gonna lose some weight to pursue the 300 kilo deadlift, and she still believes I'm gonna be one of those that's gonna hit the 300 kilo deadlift first. So yeah, unfortunately, you guys are not gonna hear any of that, and then some plans and everything else for the rest of the year. But she's gonna be training with me here and there also, so you guys are still gonna see her a lot. I'm just gonna leave her Instagram on the description below. If you want to look her up for nutrition coaching and coaching in general, make sure to check the description. And she's open for international clients as well. And yeah, we said about goodbyes here, but you guys are not gonna hear that either. I sound like a broken record. Okay, guys, bye. Wait,
Zo'n tabletop met kaarten zo, dat je zo een kaart denkt van een bepaalde combinatie moet hebben. De waarde is zo wat groot, maar je hebt zo, je gaat een leger bouwen, maar er zit een bepaalde gegevens. Dus je kunt niet zeggen van, ik pak zoveel van de beste, dat kan je. Je kunt zo wat combineren en dan wil je goed en dan maken ze zo.
Dan remmen en dan mag die zetten dan zelf samen en dan kan je
Forever gang, I'm never switching over. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be voting. Rather get the pack and get it over. Big dripper stand up in the ocean. Everybody trapping, we get low. He ain't funky yet, but he ain't got motion. Made a half a ticket out promotion. Shout out Sushi Sweet and keep me rolling. But if we kept her out, we gotta smoke. Ride around with Drake, like we OVO.
So I just did a stupid misload. This side I have a green, and this side I have 2.5 kilo less. So there is 2.5 kilo more on the other side.
He ain't put on that trip, he ain't one of us. How you riding the Benz in a Tonka truck? How you got everybody lit piping up? Oh, she bad with no swag, I can pipe her up. Make my lips on my lips, I know I got up. Count the money up, I don't talk to some. I'm a nigga, he ain't living up. My niggas ain't scared of love. Like they all keep me 100 bucks. They gave me that thing, he call me very much. Christmas, I bought everybody.
Up! Up, come on, push! 3, go, 3, up! Push, push, push! Was 2.5.
I thought I was gonna have that last one, but I'm like,
But you go too fast. I think this is a proper class.
but this is good.
Because I was...
So I did fail the third rep. Actually, I only wanted to do 2 because that was already like huge improvement. But because he was hyping me, Chris was hyping me, I was like, okay, let's go. But I didn't take enough breath in between, and I rushed a little bit. But nevertheless, that was 2 reps at 140, and I cannot count how many times I was faded before. So this was good for me. This was a win. That was my last set for bench. That was 5 sets. I started at 120, and I did 5 sets in total, gradually going up. If I didn't take such a long break from 110 to 120, I would have maybe warmed up to 140 and then do descending set. I think that would have been, this would have moved better. Don't forget that before I get to this set, I've done a lot of set in between because it's ascending set. I don't always like that anyways. I always want to warm up to my first heavy set and then gradually go down. But I think if I had done that, this would have moved better and I would have had it for 3. So my shoulder feels really, really tired from all the benching. So that can explain why. But I'm just happy. from me. Now you make me shy. Okay guys, like always, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for joining with me. If you watched it to the end, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next training session. Thank you and bye.